bang, bang, bang. Seems the most simple way of dealing with this issue.
Well, he is a robot.
This is what you get for that tenner you didn't pay me back. Yeah, this is Mephiles trying to psychologically torture a robot. Because there's no potential flaw in that whatsoever. Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah.
Where's his nose?
What?
Where's his nose?
Nose?
Has he
with
got
their budget?
What? He ain't got a nose.
No.
Does he have a nose?
Nah.
Oh.
No. Oh, I do love Dan Quinn's voice acting in this, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's just so great. Boom.
He ain't dead.
Where was he keeping them hands when he was firing
Don't
shots?
question it.
No, really, they'd have to tuck inside somehow, but we clearly saw he had a cannon up there. No, space, how does it work?
The one that defeats and seals you in the future is me.
You're not sure of that yet, Omega. It's great use of character, I think. Just these three characters together work really well from a story perspective, I think.
It's so unfair. Shadow's always here to defend the world. Despite that,
Eventually, when something or someone is seen
Yes,
as
you've got
too powerful,
actually quite one of the most recognisable Shadow quotes coming up in a sec, I think,
it is seen as a
after
threat.
this. I am looking at you.
And then the world becomes its enemy.
So you want to make about the character?
Shadow? Even if you believe everyone in the world will be against you, know that I'll always remain by your side.
It's a part of this game that's actually well written. And I think this is the one.
I will.
Walking. No, it weren't that. It's something I was thinking of, but anyway, town mission. Because we love these so much.
God.
Yeah. Are we not sick of these yet?
Apparently not, according to the makers of this.
Even though I was sick of these by the second one.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
It is
Doing
exactly the
thing.
same. You just smash up enemies or just kick Iblis monsters. It's just... No, why would you do
The
that?
only way it actually works is in racing levels, where you're just running around and the enemies just happen to be there.
Yeah, like, if you've got a level and they're like minor obstacles or something, or
Yeah.
something you can grind for points, then that's fair enough. But when they're...
A whole level.
The whole mission is based around kill enemies. Especially when you've done that so many times already.
So it's like they make it like a Jack and Dexter game or something, rather than like a Sonic game.
Oh, love Jack and Daxter, that was a good game.
I've never actually played that in all honesty. Was
I
that
haven't
the
played
same series as that Jack 3 game, or was that something different?
Stephen,
I
you
don't
know?
know, I only ever played Jack and Daxter 1, really.
Alright. No, I don't know.
You don't know enough about Jack and Dexter,
Nah.
obviously.
No,
I don't know much about much, I wouldn't worry. I know the trivial, unimportant facts that no one actually cares for. That's my use. But yeah, anyway. As we can see, this is going to be going on for a while. Chris, you've seen the Sonic fan film now, haven't you?
I've seen part of it. I didn't
Yeah.
watch the full thing, but yeah.
I watched that and I'm still not quite sure what to make of it.
Yeah,
Really?
it's just it's weird. I don't like the way they animated Sonic as well.
No, the model is pretty bad, I'll give it that. Although the cinematography, it is practically cinematography pulling through the whole, especially the introductory scenes where you got like them establishing shots of the hills and that sort of section.
Yeah.
And
It seems like there's so much like shots of hills and stuff, and like nothing actually happens that much.
What he said Eddie LeBron, he said that it's more of a spec film to see how Sonic would interact in the real world. It kind of seems a redundant concept for a fan film. Because the idea of a fan
Sonic
film...
is a cartoon. So
Yeah. But the idea of a fan film is that there are no real limits or anything. You haven't got to please any stakeholders or anything, or shareholders, I should say. So you might as well not try to make it as though it would work. You just do what you think would work.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're in Dusty Desert.
Appears to have headed for this room.
You know how much we love this level with Silver.
For the chaos emerald that's supposed to be there.
There's no doubt in my mind. His movement shows he's seeking any Chaos Emerald he can find. Supposedly, he needs one in order
Although it's such a silent, tense scene, and then you get clash, clash.
Seal him before that.
And we see more of Omega's anger issues. And we're off.
I love the robots in Sonic. They're great.
Yeah.
Was it the E?
The E-series robots.
Yeah, and Omega.
Yeah. Omega, his design and half remind me of a Fat Gamma from SA1.
Fact. Oh yeah.
I liked Gamma.
I did really like Gamma's story. It's a completely different take to what we'd kind of seen in that sort of game at the time. Like having even like a converted Moog. More or less.
It's depressing.
Crap. We just fly through the sand. Let's try that again. And these gate things you do actually have to pass through in the right order. You can't try and work your way around them. You do actually have to go through every one, otherwise the door at the end doesn't open. And controlling this hovercraft to do that is just a royal pain in the arse.
I don't think I ever had any problems.
Yeah, but you're just lucky.
This sand is like liquid, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
If you
not
stop-
even that, it is pure bottomless pit. There's no even resistance get. Normally, like sand in games, you get that grace period where you maybe get 2 or 3 jumps before you actually die that you could save yourself. But here it is
So
literally,
you sink into
yeah, you just fall and die. Which is just so uncharacteristic for sand.
Yeah.
But even, like in the Egg Golem fight in SA2, where you get them few jumps that you could potentially save yourself. Whereas this, it's nothing. And yet, one of the things we love doing in a Sonic game is waiting for the pillars to appear.
Yeah. So what? You stop moving, you think?
No, you can stop moving, but you can't either get knocked or come out of the hovercraft.
Yeah.
And this whole intro part of the level seems complete filler.
But filler makes good gameplay.
No, it doesn't. Don't ever say that ever
I
again.
was saying it just to piss you off.
I know. Anyway,
Clearly it worked.
This part, I don't know if you noticed me deliberately avoid that speed pad there, but it's so difficult to control on this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because this game's physics has no regard for like where you are or like the terrain, you can be running a perfect speed along the side of something, and so that's when you completely lose control and just walk too far over the clash point. And it's a pain. And yeah, we've seen this level before, haven't we? It's this part. We haven't got Silver's abusable hover though, which makes this slightly more annoying. Though with well placed timing attacks, she should be fine. Keyword being should.
Yeah.
Crutch shot. Why did they do that?
Don't worry, it's a robot.
Yeah, but it's still a crutch shot or a robot.
What was Amiga's story then? Like, it was in Heroes first, was it?
Yeah, he was first in Heroes. He was a robot that Eggman built but never used and just locked him away in the room. And so he kind of developed a vengeance against Eggman because of that. And here they just shoehorned him in for an extra character, but still.
Yeah.
Hover, hover, hover.
Ah, infinite hover.
Yeah, because Omega's one, unlike Silver, it is actually infinite if you want.
Yeah.
And you can completely break parts of the game with that. But what I didn't realise then is you do actually have to beat the enemies before that door opens. Which, as we know, is thrilling gameplay.
Yeah.
It's raining sand.
I don't think that's normal.
Nah, it's just like a leak in the ceiling or something, isn't it? That, physically speaking, could be right. That's actually sounding a lot for this game, but yeah. I think I've actually bypassed a bit there. I can't remember what you're supposed to do, but I just sort of hover over everything.
Yeah.
And then that screwed me over because I obviously need to flick some other switch to get through that door there. Backtracking.
Idiot.
Yeah, left of it.
I can't remember. Where have I been and where haven't I? No, I've been there.
This is like your puzzles in
It's
Pokemon
times like
Go.
this you wish you could just go back in time and slap him round the face for being so stupid.
It's alright, I found the switch.
Poor Harry.
There we go.
Stop it. Let's move on.
Random flying spike ball. Surely there's a health and safety legislation against that.
It's an ancient tomb, I don't think that really matters.
Have you seen society nowadays? Ow. That could have been painful.
I mean, could have been.
Well, Shadow survived.
What do you think of the waves, guys?
They're annoying. It's one of them things that it feels like there should be a way to get out of it, but the only way to actually get out of it is to click through. And so it just it's not bad, and I can see where they're going with the whole platforming idea, but it just something feels strange about it more than anything. Ow. Yeah.
All these giant worms kill.
For a moment, Shadow had tapped into his secret ability to turn invisible.
Yeah, that's just the invincibility frame gone wrong. But I will say, I really don't like how with Shadow they went for a whole combat orientated gameplay style, because
They should have stuck
Yes.
guns in.
yeah, if they're gonna do combat, they need guns or at least some kind of weaponry. Because constantly mashing the A button, that's not a good combat system, is it? That's just mashing the A button.
What do you do in what, Shadow the Hedgehog then?
You got guns, so
So you start moving about.
yeah, you run around. It's basically Shadow as he played in Heroes, but with like weaponry, which works because it brings something new to the table. The guns actually work really well, and that's what a lot of people who just blindly hate on Shadow the Hedgehog don't seem to acknowledge. Because although Shadow the Hedgehog was a pretty bad game, it just kind of that was the thing that worked the best, I think. Weapons. And they fit Shadow's character as well. It doesn't seem out of character for Shadow to be carrying a gun or whatever.
After all, he did want to destroy the world originally.
So I could understand people getting pissed off if they gave Sonic a gun, because that's out of character for Sonic.
That's stupid.
But if they give Shadow a gun, Shadow's always been this whole darker character, so it's not really that much of a transgression or whatever. Yeah.
I'm Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm here to save the world.
Bosh!
Between the eyes.